Hello and good morning. I still have not done them out yet, so this is about all I've got. I wanted to come on here and say about the signs for Florida and Texas. I do feel like they're related. I know there's the adoption stuff that has to do with Florida and Texas and California. This I don't know, but I saw it together, so I'm just gonna put it out there because the universe has let me know stuff in the past, which I'll get to. But yesterday when I was driving, there was right next to each other in front of me, there was a Texas license plate on a truck to my left and a Florida license plate on the vehicle right in front of me. And then I go forward and there's a plumbing company called Ground Zero off to my right. And this is the second time that I've seen that company. I saw it on a truck earlier that day. I was kind of like, well, that's an interesting name to call a plumbing company. I get it, Ground Zero, you're getting to the root of the problem, plumbing wise. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know, that's kind of a morbid name to name a company just because of Ground Zero being what they named Ground Zero with 9/11 with the Twin Towers, right? That was Ground Zero. So I was just like, okay. But I mean, the universe did let me know about the Miami condo collapse 1 week to the date before it happened. I had that dream, and then it led me to, because I don't listen to the radio, but I had a burnt out tail light, and it led me to my mechanics, and they're replacing the tail light for me, and I was just sitting there texting on my phone, not paying any attention to my surroundings. And the guy was having a very hard time with changing my tail light, which should usually be very easy, right? In a 2011 Honda Civic. And I was like, okay, stop being rude, put your phone away, and just hang out with this person who's they saw me that day. I didn't make an appointment, I just showed up, and I said, hey, by any chance, are you able to fix my tail light? And they were like, yeah, we can do it right now. Pull it around to the what do they call that? Not the bed, but the window that they call pull it around to the bay. And so I pull it around, so now I'm standing there, not on my phone, hanging out with the person who's changing my tail light. And I finally tune into the radio, and it's about the Miami condo collapse, and it just immediately, I was like, oh my god, that was my dream that I had with the black hole and all the mice falling into the black hole, a week previously. And I knew that the universe was trying to get my attention to listen to that, because as soon as I did, and as soon as I heard the radios, the news story on the radio, the guy changed my tail light like that. I was like, okay. And then with the Miami fires, the Miami hurricane, I had that dream almost 1 year to the day before that happened, but I called it Kauai. I knew it was Hawaii, but I called it Kauai, and I called it a monsoon because I live in Arizona and we get monsoons. We don't get hurricanes, right? And then so that dream that I have all the details posted is almost 1 year prior to the Miami hurricane and fires. So I don't know, just putting that together. And I do know that, like, prior to 9/11, I know people were having all sorts of vivid dreams, and people came out later saying that they had vivid dreams of plane crashes, and they didn't think, I mean, they didn't think anything of it in that sense. God, that's fascinating. I'll tell you about my next sign here in just a second, because this is the third one that I've seen just this morning. People had all sorts of vivid dreams of plane crashes leading up to 9/11. People that said that they didn't, like, they came out with this after, right? Like, people aren't necessarily going to talk about this stuff ahead of time. You're not going to get, like, people, they're just going to be like, oh, that was weird, I had a very vivid dream, and I usually don't. And they're just going to, like, think it to themselves or tell it to a friend. Like, it's not going to come out until after that they put two and two together to be like, oh my God, I had, you know, like, all these people were having all these vivid dreams of plane crashes, and it turns out, you know, 9/11. So I guess for me, I'm talking about it, and then, like, I did not talk about my dream about the white rats falling into the black hole. It was very vivid. That one I didn't even journal because it was so vivid. I think I might have journaled part of it. I might have put it in my calendar, but I didn't leave a video for it. And then when the thing with the Hawaii vivid dream happened, that one I left a very detailed video about on here. And then a year later, it ended up, you know, coming true. Like, it made sense what it was. So I guess I'm on here to just say what my signs are, and then if something comes from it, then put two and two together after the fact. But definitely signs for Texas, Florida, and ground zero. And ground zero to me speaks of 9/11, obviously. And then this morning while driving, I saw this very, I would say, hot yellow, maybe a hot yellow green. What's yellow and green combined? Is that cerulean or whatever? That color? Like a hot yellowish green, like more yellow with a hint of green. I don't know. It's not lime green by any means. It's not like the green Kia Souls that I was seeing after Dave passed away. This is like a very bright yellowish green Hyundai Kona. Well, Kona is the big island of Hawaii, right? So that to me is indicative of Hawaii. And I mean, I literally saw two within 2 minutes of each other on the same road, taking Hobbs to school. And then as I was leaving this video, I saw a super bright one coming towards me. The same, and I think I have seen this Kona before, but it was like an orangish color. So like another pretty bright color, but like an orangish color, not the same, like cerulean, I guess is what I would say. Obviously I know my colors very well. I need a refresher of my Crayola, my box of Crayola colors, to be like, what color is this? But I think because it came up while I was leaving this video, I meant to also talk about that in this video. So those are my signs, and I'm sharing this, and I guess I will do a recap once it all makes sense about what all this means.